Hello, this is your friendly nurse and health coach, and we coming to you today on live Q&A on high blood pressure. And I have some questions here. I invite everyone to send in your questions, and we're going to answer your questions on high blood pressure tonight. First question that I have is, uh, when did blood pressure start? When did they start taking blood pressure? In the 1600s, they started it on horses, on the veins in the and arteries in the leg of the horse, and to try to listen to see if they can hear the pressure of the blood flowing through the arteries of the leg of the horse, and they listened to the ventricles. So they done a little experiment in the 1600s. And then they started, English clergyman started measuring the blood pressure in 1733, which was about 100 years later than they actually discovered that the blood pressure can be heard among the um, arteries. Then they went on in the 1800s. Thomas Young and Richard Bright started actually measuring the blood pressure, and they said 160 over 80 would be about normal. But then they saw that it affected the heart and affected the kidneys. So they started coming down a little lower with what the blood pressure need to be. They came on down to 140 over 80 and 130 over 80, or what the blood pressure need to be normal. And they use mercury, and then they use electronic blood pressure cuffs to measure the blood pressure. And the blood pressure is the force of the blood against the walls of the arteries of the heart. You got your top blood pressure, which is just systolic blood pressure, which is the force of the blood against the heart contracting. Then you got the diastolic blood pressure, which is the lower part of your blood pressure. It's when it rests in between the contraction of the heart. The blood flow, which carries the oxygen and the nutrients through the heart. So the heart is the most busiest part of your organ in your body, carrying your oxygen and your nourishment, your nutrients, all the way over the body. The arteries carrying your blood away from the heart, and your veins carrying your blood to the heart, going from the atricles through the mitral valve. In between every chamber, four chambers of the heart, there's a valve, and the blood is flowing from one chamber of the heart to another through the valve. If that valve don't open up, that mitral valve in between the atrium and the ventricular chambers of the heart, you're in trouble. So if anything happened to your heart, valves or your arteries, your veins, anything out the way, it's going to interfere with your blood pressure being normal. So they sell it on the blood pressure being normal. It's going to be from 130 over 80 to 120 over 80. So good afternoon, everyone. Does sugar cause blood pressure? Yes, it does. It will interfere with your blood pressure, your sugar. So you want to keep that sugar. You got a blood pressure problem. You want to keep that sugar at low level, because it's going to interfere with your blood pressure going up. Thank you very much for that question there. And someone had already asked that question in my questions, and I'm going to reflect more back on that question as I go through the questions that they have sent in. Another question was, how is the reading of blood pressure determined? How do we determine the reading of your blood pressure? Number one, the rate of the heartbeat. It's all about how the heart beating blood through the chambers of the heart, how it's going through it, how it's beating through the chambers of the heart. It's also the strength of the heartbeat. If the heartbeat is weak, pushing that blood through the chambers of your heart, which is carrying oxygen and nutrients, and you got to have that oxygen and nutrients throughout your body. If it's weak, it's going to affect the blood pressure. The blood pressure may go down or it may go up, out of the ordinary range. And also something else that's going to affect your blood pressure is the amount of blood that's passing through your heart. So you need an adequate amount of blood pass through your heart. And there's like 2,000 gallons of blood that's going through your body every day. And that blood flow got to be good going through that heart, because that heart is doing all the amount of work, the most powerful amount of work in your body. You got your arteries, you got your veins. Your arteries carrying the blood away from your heart. Your veins carrying the blood to your heart. And then you got your capillaries carrying some blood in between the arteries. So the artery is very, very important. The veins are very, very important for the blood, carrying the oxygen and nutrient throughout the body. Okay, someone else had another question. You're right. The fruits and vegetables sometimes are not real. It's best to look for the organic kind without the chemicals in it, so it can work more effectively in your body. And yes, smoking affects the blood pressure a lot, and alcohol does. Because remember, the smoking and nicotine got a lot of caffeine in it, which gonna make your heart beat faster and put more pressure on your heart. Alcohol got a lot of sugar in it. Any kind of pressure you put in your heart, you pumping out too much blood, you in trouble. You pumping out too little blood through the heart, you are in trouble. So you want an adequate amount of blood pumping through your chambers of your heart and being released by the valves in between the chambers of the heart and go to the main parts of your body for it to be effectively. And you get the nutrients, the proper nutrients to your organs in your body. Because if you're going to deplete any organs in your body of the nutrients and the oxygen needed, especially the brain, you're going to have a stroke. So you got to have that proper amount of nutrient throughout your body and oxygen. And for that to happen, your heart got to get the adequate amount of blood through all those valves and capillaries and veins to your heart for your blood pressure to be in regular, normal condition. Yes, alcohol. Yes. That's the drinking you're talking about, alcohol. Yes, alcohol got a lot of sugar in it. It's got a lot of more chemicals in it, toxic chemicals in it, that's going to interfere with the blood flow through your heart. And those cells are in those veins and arteries also all over your heart, your body. So anything that's going to interfere with that blood carrying an adequate amount of oxygen through your body and nutrients through your body It's going to damage some of the blood vessels. So an artery is going to be occluded. So it's going to interfere with your breathing, your lungs, and it's going to act on just about all your organs in your body. So alcohol and nicotine is very dangerous for your blood pressure. So the harder your heart to beat and pumping and the force to carrying the force, trying to force the blood through your heart, the more your blood pressure is going to go up. Energy drinks, as we said in the past, got a lot of sugar, got a lot of caffeine, and a lot of toxic chemicals. And you need to avoid them if you got blood pressure problem, yes. Yes, you need to avoid them. As we said, alcohol is got a lot of chemicals in it and toxic chemicals they have put in that alcohol. Everybody said, well, they used to drink wine in the old days. It's not like it used to be. It's not made like it used to be. There's a lot more chemicals in it, a lot more sugar in it. Okay, our next question is, what was the latest study about high blood pressure? Lifestyle counts a whole lot. And that lifestyle is smoking and alcohol, as you just said, and you just asked the question about, would carry your blood pressure over 130 over 80, over 120 over 80, which it should stay at. And it prevents a lot of about 26,000 sicknesses and health conditions in your body when you keep that blood pressure below 130 over 80. And the regular blood pressure, they want to stay at 120 over 80. So if you get over 130 over 80, you're in trouble. They have stroke, heart problems, kidney problems, and all kind of problems. It is heart disease is the number one killer. Yes, in black communities, yes, it is. And it's all about that lifestyle, your diet, and your exercise. That's what it all sums up to. And also, the latest thing on blood pressure is if you keep that blood pressure going regular over 130 over 80, you can have a lot of bone loss. A lot of people have a lot of bone losses. Large amount of bone loss is going on now. Okay, the next, what can we go to? Um, heart disease, because everything, the heart is the most busiest part of organ in the body, and everything, all that blood got to go through the heart before it go to the rest of the body. It got to go through the whole four chambers of the heart and the valves in between each chamber. And you have some valves outside of the heart, a aortic valve. And if there's any trouble anywhere in any of those valves or organs of the heart, you're going to have some high blood pressure going on. McDonald's, a chocolate bar, is it dangerous to smoking or drinking? Well, the chemicals that they putting in the food now is very toxic, just like the alcohol and the tobacco. That's right. It surely is. And okay. The healthy amount of desserts to eat weekly is the fruits. The fruits. Eat it in its original state. Grapes, apples, avocados, oranges, the citrus fruits. That's what you need to be eating if you got blood pressure problem, or you got a tendency of blood pressure run in your family. That's what you need to be eating. Because remember, the more sugar, the more you're changing everything, the more chemicals you're changing everything. But eat it in its original state, but eat in proportions if you're diabetic. Because fruit have natural sugar too. So you want to have that natural sugar other than the refined sugar. Refined sugar you don't want. You don't want the processed stuff. You want that natural stuff in its original state. Okay. You have the amount to eat every week of desserts. When you say desserts, what are you saying? Cakes, pies, sugars, candies? No, not with high blood pressure. If you want to eat any kind of candy, dark chocolate, and be very limited with that. I wouldn't eat but a little piece of dark chocolate a day. Yes, not cookies. Okay. Not ice cream. Okay. That's right. You got to limit your amount of sugar because sugar and blood pressure go hand in hand, hand in hand. Sugar and blood pressure go. So you got to watch the sweeten the sugar contents with blood pressure. And a lot of people don't realize that. Sugar and blood pressure go hand in hand. Half their fruits, everything is sprayed. Wash your fruits real good before you eat them. And some fruits are protected by the outer uh, peel of the banana, outer peel of the avocados. Some fruits are protected, but apples, you got to wash it real good. And I wash everything with apple cider vinegar. I wash all my fruits and vegetables with apple cider vinegar. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of toxins and chemicals are in the atmosphere also. All right, I'm gonna go back to my next question here. It said, what percentage of people have high blood pressure? 5 out of 10 people have blood pressure. Over half of America have high blood pressure. If not everyone, that's right. At times, because if you can't keep that blood pressure below at least 130, 120 on top, yes, you got some problems going on. The more that blood pressure is above 120 over 80, you are damaging your kidneys and your heart because it can't affect it work properly. Yes, all the vegetables will help low blood pressure. You don't put all that salt on it. You got to watch what you're putting on that vegetable. You put a lot of salt on that vegetable, you in problems. Low sodium, or no sodium. It's according to what kind of how many blood pressure pills you're on, or how bad your blood pressure problem is. You should have no sodium if you get on 2, 3 blood pressure pills a day. Because sodium gonna cause fluid to build up in your body, cause more pressure on your heart. Vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, uh, you got tomatoes are very, very awesome for the heart. Vegetables, cauliflower, tomatoes, all the green leafy vegetables, salads are good for your heart. Remember, when you cut open a vegetable like the tomatoes, you can see the heart chamber. It's like a heart chamber on the inside. Mushrooms, you can see like heart chambers. Salmons, that's the what we call the fatty meat part. The salmons are awesome for your blood pressure. You rather eat salmon than beef or pork because they're less toxic. Leafy vegetables, very, very leafy vegetables. Blueberries, you want to stick with them. So beans, peas, you want to stick with them. It's what you're cooking those vegetables in now. Like I said, the salt, you don't need all that sodium. Not a big veggie eater. Well, you need to get to be more of a veggie eater because vegetables are very, very important to help give you that fiber you need for your body, and that fiber gonna help wash through your body the toxins, so you have good bowel movements every day. Type of meat is the worst. Type of meat the worst for the blood pressure is pork. It's pork. It's pork. Pork is very, very toxic. Remember, all the animals have a sweat gland. You have a sweat gland. Everybody have a sweat gland, except for the hog. The hog does not have a sweat gland, so all this toxins out the atmosphere and everywhere is going into the hog, and you are eating the hog, and you're eating all those toxins and poisons. So that's the worst meat to eat is pork. All right. Okay. Um, let's go to the next question. So, what happens when people get stressed and the blood pressure go up? I talked about adrenal glands, which the adrenal glands are the gland that is on top of your kidneys. The adrenal gland. Adrenal gland controls. It's a stress hormone. It's a stress hormone called the stress hormone, the adrenal gland. And the adrenal gland got the stress hormone that it produces aldosterone, and it controls the stress in your body. And if that aldosterone starts shooting out too much of that hormone, then your blood pressure go up. And it's affected by many things. Those hormones are your lifestyle, or what's going on around you, alcohol, tobacco, run that aldosterone hormone up, stress hormone up, and start shooting out too much hormones, and it causes your blood pressure to be elevated. Because there's too much pressure put on the heart, pump the blood through the heart. Okay, let's see what the other question. Herb that's good for high blood pressure, hawthorn herb. It's good for high blood pressure. You want something that medication. A doctor told a lady one time to find out what she can take for blood pressure naturally, and she called me and I told her to get the hawthorn, which is very good for blood pressure. Acai is good for the blood pressure. Top cherry is good for the blood pressure. Okay. Top cherry is good for your blood pressure. Hawthorn is good for your blood pressure. There are a lot of herbs that are good for your blood pressure that I mentioned on the video. A bunch of herbs, and that's one of my questions that I'm going to be going through that they got here for me to answer about the blood pressure. I'm going to get to that question. Okay. Where can you find those herbs? At a health food store, a whole food store. Health food store, a whole food store. You should be able to find these herbs. All right. So the stress hormone is very, very important, which is adrenal glands on top of the kidneys. So if you got any problem with your kidneys, you're gonna have some problem with the adrenal gland, and you're gonna have some blood pressure problems. And there is a tendency for black race is to be born with some defect in their kidneys, and that's why they have a tendency to have blood pressure problems upon black folks. A lot of black folks, because you got your blood vessels in your adrenal glands on top of your kidneys. You got your nerve cells on there. You got your brain neural transmitter to transmit the nerves through your brain. And so if anything wrong with that kidney, and you got all those nerves that connected to your brain, and they go bad, that kidney go bad, you're gonna have problems with the oxygen getting to your brain and have a stroke. So you need those kidneys checked. Some people only have one kidney working right, and they don't even realize it. So if you lose that one kidney, you're on dialysis. Okay, so a lot of people going on dialysis because the kidney's messing up. And one reason maybe they didn't have one of those kidneys working properly and didn't realize it for a while. They may have been born with one kidney defected. So it's very important to get your kidneys checked out, especially when you got blood pressure problems or you got a blood pressure problem that have a tendency to run in your family. Okay, so you got to be very, very careful about that. Let's see. Someone asks how much blood is pumped through the heart a day. You got 1,800 gallons of blood is pumped through your heart all the way to through your body with oxygen and nutrients in it a day. 1,800 gallons, which is a lot, and it put a lot of physical strain on that heart. So that heart got to be working properly for those 1,800 gallons of blood to be pumped through that heart, through that body. Any kind of thing that's interfering with it gonna cause that blood pressure to be elevated. All right, my next question was, what exactly affects the blood pressure? Oh, you got 60,000 miles of arteries, veins, and capillaries running through that body. And anything that damaging those capillaries, veins, or arteries, 60,000 miles of them running through your body, it's going to cause some kind of effect on that blood pressure. So can be a major problem quickly. Then okay. Early detection of blood pressure. Early detection of blood pressure, you may have some vomiting. You may have some little headaches. And the main thing of detecting what your blood pressure is, and you got a family history of blood pressure problems too. You need to start taking your blood pressure by your cuff. That's the best thing you can do. Buy a blood pressure cuff and take your blood pressure every day and write it down. Keep a record of it so you would know if it's falling down or is it being elevated. You keep that record of that blood pressure, you know that when you get stressed out or what you're eating or what you ate for the day, And what caused it to go up or caused it to go down? That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Buy your invest in a blood pressure cuff. All right. That's the early detection of it, is to watch your blood pressure. If you got a lot of headaches going on, a lot of dizziness going on, are you blacking out? Check that blood pressure. All right, all right, all right. Exercise every day? Yes. Keep it down, but keep your blood pressure down. Yes. Very important, because that lactic acid will build up in your body and get that blood stagnant, and it can't flow through your body like it's supposed to. So you got to keep moving. Our body is designed to move. Okay, what's your thoughts on population reduction and population control? Skyrockets. What my opinion on the skyrockets in the sky? Well, I have nothing to say too much to say about the skyrockets in the sky, because I don't know too much about the skyrockets in the sky. I'm a body person. Uh, no, 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 no. Obesity is one of the main things that cause blood pressure problems. No, it's not good to gain a lot of weight, because the more fat that's that is in your body, the more it's going to put a more toll on your heart to pump that blood through your heart, and it's going to cause more blood pressure problems. Definitely not. Definitely don't put on weight. You need to get some weight off you if you got blood pressure problems. You're going to have more blood pressure problems. Working your heart too much and causing major problems. Okay, somebody said how much blood? What exactly affects the blood pressure? I said that. Why so many people have strokes? The muscles die if it don't have no oxygen. The muscles in your body, in your brain, you got muscles all over your body, and they die if they don't have oxygen. Cells die if they don't have the oxygen. Okay. Uh, okay. Oh, what's the amount of cases in blood pressure? 5 out of 10 people, over half of Americans have high blood pressure. And cancer. Cancer is leading right behind the blood pressure and heart disease. On the, okay, I see what you're talking about. Population, they reducing the population. Yes, they are reducing the population. I see where you're coming from now. I'm sorry, I didn't understand your question. All right, all right. Yes, yes, yes. But I would say people are doing it to themselves more than uh, the population doing it to each other. You do things to yourself. You are what you eat and digest. You got control of your life. You bless your food, and you wash your food real good. Is how you prepare that food before you eat it. I know it's a lot of chemicals being put in the seeds and everything, but you can get through that. If you don't didn't have COVID yet, you got through that. I have not had COVID, so you can get past what's being done in the government of depopulating, as you said. Yeah, we have got a skyrocket amount of people being born. Yes, It's decreasing fast. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. It's a lot of people being born. Also, a lot of people leaving this place at the same time. But the world has still got a lot of people in it. So they coming and they going. Yes, they are. So we are overpopulated, as you say, in this world, and they are coming in this world fast. They was even coming in this world during COVID. People steady having children during COVID. Okay. Yes, you wash your food hours, but if we are breathing, we breathe in chemicals too on a daily basis. You can't get past chemicals, no. But you can do what you can do to do naturally. By 2030, okay, have 10 billion people by 2030 on the earth. Uh, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. All right. Okay. The next question is: Do they have to have a high blood pressure if it run in the oh, okay? Somebody asked, did do they have to have high blood pressure if it run in the family? Okay, 5 out of every 10 people have a high blood pressure. It's said, but it is also said it is mutated, gene mutated. It tends to run through the family, but it's the way you treat your body also. You can have a defect in your kidney, like your parents had a defect in the kidney, and it affects your blood pressure. Yes, but it's all depends on your lifestyle, your diet, the way you carry yourself, on whether you can be like your mother or your father or your grandmama or whoever had blood pressure. So you got control of yourself. And the way you treat your body, you treat yourself. Man, now 6 million people on the planet now, 6 billion people on the planet. Okay. Trying to have 2 billion alone and then has 1 billion. Okay. So you keeping close contact on how many people on this earth, aren't you? All right now. Okay, you just make sure you take care of yourself and stay on the earth. All right. Okay. So, yeah, you are what you eat and digest. So you got control. You don't have to have a high blood pressure. I keep having high blood pressure like your parents did. Even if you get it, you don't have to keep it. Because there are so many new ways and so many new medicines, so many new herbs, and so much info more than your father, your mother, or your grandparents had when they had blood pressure. We know more about it, how to control it. We know more about how to treat it now. Okay. So you don't have to keep it or you don't have to have it just because your family had it. We know that's a question that is asked when you go to a hospital or a doctor office or wherever. Did your family have a history of this and a high blood pressure or diabetes or blah blah blah? Because they got to have some kind of way to pinpoint what's going on with you. So they have to ask that question. Can you reverse high blood pressure? Yes, you can by what you eat, how you treating your body. To keep a close watch on your blood pressure and your blood work and your kidneys. I got to stretch your kidneys and drink a lot of water. Remember, 3/4 of your brain is water, 3/4 of your body is water. Very important. Water keep that your body flushed of the toxins. and then chemicals. Okay, he been a show off Sally. Okay, no, even more beyond. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yes, they talking about Amos on here. Okay, he's a show off. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Another question said, "What is the adrenal glands you talking about?" And that's the glands on top of your kidneys that produce your hormone, gland hormone, that which is aldosterone. And if that aldosterone spit out too much of that hormone aldosterone, it's gonna bring your blood pressure up, especially with stress. You have a risk of heart attack and stroke. So very, very important. Another question said, what else do adrenal glands do for your body? They help control your blood sugar, your blood pressure. They burn fat. So your adrenal glands are very important on top of your kidneys. Keep your kidneys in good function because they control your burning of your fat in your body. It helps you keep the obese down. Your growth hormones are in that adrenal glands on your kidneys. Your kidney function itself, how your kidney's going to function to keep you off dialysis. That's very, very detrimental for your body. So yes, you got to keep close watch on your kidneys. Let's see. How can I release stress? Someone said. Because what 70 to 100% of sickness and diseases, especially and high blood pressure, is caused by stress. They said, how can they release that stress? You get a lot of exercise, move around, a lot of exercise. When I go and do my exercise now, I feel like, wow, wow, wow. I don't feel the stress. I rest. You need to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, adults, a night, day, or whenever you sleep. Some people can do with 3 hours of sleep. I don't see how they do, but they does. And be ready to go. And you got to try to take some slow, deep breath in and out, that relaxing breath. 4 in, 6 out. Help relax yourself. Throughout the day, you need to be doing this. Take no slow, deep breath in and out. No, help release the stress. Read your Bible, read a book. Get your mind focused on one thing. A lot of people doing too much multitasking. That'll get you stressed out. Otherwise, you got so much on your mind, you can't think. And ran your blood pressure up that quick. High blood pressure, okay. Are they harmful high blood pressure pills to your body? Some have a lot of side effects. You better look at your side effects of your high blood pressure pills. If you got a lot of those side effects, you need to tell the doctor, I need this change. I need to do something better than this. So you want to do something naturally? I listed a whole bunch of natural stuff that you can do for your blood pressure if you don't want to use pharmaceutical medications. And we get to that question, about to get to that question too. And sleep is very, very important. If you didn't get enough sleep, it's going to show on your diastolic, which is your bottom part of your blood pressure, going to be elevated over 90 if you didn't get enough sleep. It's going to be 80, but it's going to be well over that 80 if you didn't get enough sleep. I can tell people they didn't get enough sleep last night. That's the bottom part of your blood pressure, systolic. The top part of your blood pressure, the diastolic, your bottom blood pressure. Your top part of your blood pressure is your systolic, which is Because your stress, how much stress you've been going through, are you going through, and your kidney function is the top part of your blood pressure, which is your systolic blood pressure. You can remember now, you can sleep and not rest if you didn't clear that mind. A lot of people sleep all night and still got blood pressure problems because they didn't rest. Their mind wasn't clear. So you need to clear your mind when you lay down. There's only one thing on your mind, and that's to get the rest. Forget about that day gone, you can't change it. Calcification of pineal gland. I'm not sure about the pineal gland, or your third eye, as they call it. I'm not sure about that part. Anything that's calcified, though, is going to stop the blood flow. So you want your blood flow to stay flowing through your arteries and your veins, because your capillaries, if it's going to clot up anything, it's going to cause blood pressure problems. A good rest can do wonders. Yes, rest, not just sleep. There's a difference between rest and sleep. Rest, your mind is cleared. Some people sleep and toss and turn all night long and still feel terrible when they get up. All right, all right, all right. How can I release stress? And I told you that. What vitamins they say is good for blood pressure. You got your magnesium is good. Help that blood flow. The folic acid, need to be taking folic acid a day. Vitamin K for the blood clotting, to make sure you don't bleed out on the inside. Fiber, a lot of fiber you need to help your bowels stay regulated every day. You need to have that bowel movement, keep the toxin and the poison out your body. Vitamin B6 for the muscle function of your heart, for your heart to function better. Vitamin B6, you can get that through your B complex vitamins. Just take all your blue B complexes, take a B complex every day. That's all covering all of your vitamins. And you got vitamins in your fruits and your vegetables and your food. That's what I'm talking about right now, your vitamins for your blood pressure. That's exactly what I'm saying. Folic acid, magnesium, calcium, the B complex, vitamin D, essential. Vitamin D, it controls your calcium and utilize your calcium in your body, your vitamin D and magnesium. A lot of people don't take magnesium. Very vital to help that calcium and the vitamin D and the vitamin C to metabolize in your body. Magnesium just smooths your muscle out. You saw people have like what they call goose turkey necks. They skin hanging under here. They're not getting enough magnesium to smooth that muscle out under here, so they won't have that goose neck. That's why a magnesium will help you to rest at night. And that's what you need, that magnesium, to help you rest at night. I take mine at nighttime. Help you rest at night. That's right. Big six is a win. Definitely a win. All right, all right, all right. So you need that magnesium, the calcium, the vitamin D, the vitamin C, and vitamin A is very important also for the cells. You got cells in the blood. You got cells all over your body, blood cells, billions of blood cells being renewed every day in your body. So to have proper blood pressure, you need to have your vitamins and your minerals lined up too. Multivitamins, a lot of people take multivitamins. Make sure your multivitamins got enough in them. You need to take like 400 milligrams of magnesium a day. You got blood pressure problem. Very, very vital. I see a lot of people do not take magnesium. That's on blood pressure pills. A lot of people don't take potassium. Because if you don't eat enough fruits and vegetables to get the potassium in, especially as you get older, you need some extra supplements of potassium for your heart. Remember, you need that potassium to keep you hydrated and keep the fluid right. Okay. What nutrients are needed for the body? They said when you eat your food, you got the beets, BEETS. Everything red is good for the heart because it's going to help build your blood up, help that oxygen, the circulation in your blood, in your heart, in your body. Beets, red, apples. Apple cider vinegar is awesome for the blood pressure and blood sugar and your kidneys. Apple cider vinegar, it said to take 2 tablespoons a day. You can put almost a tablespoon in some bottle of water, a glass of water in the morning, and then do it at night. It'll help your blood pressure. That circulation in your kidneys, circulation of your blood in your heart, in your body. Avocados are good. Avocado is said avocado a day keep the doctor away. Like it say, apple a day keep the doctor away. It's got all the minerals and nutrients that you need that I just named out. The calcium, the magnesium, the magnesia, and the potassium, iron, minerals that you need for your body. Figs, bananas. I heard somebody say, I'm getting my potassium from bananas. You got to eat a whole lot of bananas to get the potassium you need. You can take a supplement of 99 milligrams of potassium. You can buy that from the store. You don't even have to have a prescription for that. Tomatoes. Very, very lot of minerals and potassium-rich foods you want for your heart. Potassium-rich foods. You got garlic. Garlic, good circulation for your heart. To make the blood flow to your heart good. Just put a little bit of garlic, and it's best to eat it raw. Cut it up in your food, just a little. Not even, you ain't gotta have no whole garlic clove a day. But if you can take a garlic clove a day in certain food, you can. You got garlic now coming in pill form, and the garlic is odorless. So it's good for your heart. Leafy green vegetables, salmons, blueberries are excellent for your blood pressure. Cayenne pepper. I don't use black pepper. I use cayenne pepper in my food. Cayenne pepper helps your circulation, blood circulation in your body. People puts it in their shoes at time when they got circulation problems in their feet. Cayenne pepper. Smoothies are good for you. If you got the real vegetables, get the organic vegetables, make your smoothie, blend it up. A lot of green and leafy stuff in the smoothie, or either whatever kind of smoothie you want, a fruit smoothie. Very good for your nourishment for you. Mushrooms are a good nutrient for your blood pressure. Got cherries, top cherry is good. Cherries are good. They're red. Help the blood flow through your heart. Help your muscles in your heart, your blood vessels in your heart. All right. Another question was, they are diabetic, and will they also have high blood pressure? It's according to how you gonna keep that blood sugar regulated. If you got that blood sugar regulated and keep that blood sugar where it need to be at in your body, you don't have to have no high blood pressure with it. If you keep that blood sugar out of control, eventually you're going to have some blood pressure problems because you're putting too much of a strain on your blood, on your heart. Okay? It's going to what kind of juice that you drink. You drink 100% pure apple juice or pineapple juice, whatever you're drinking. You don't drink the juice with all that sugar and all that other stuff in it, preservatives in it. Drink the 100% of the juice, and you won't have that one problem with you got limited juice if you're diabetic or you got some bad blood pressure problem. All right. You're going to just replace your smoothie with ice cream? Wow. That's even more sugar. Okay. What vitamin D level? Vitamin D level, you need to have it 90% at least 50. Make sure in your blood work every year you have a vitamin D level drawn. And it should be 50 or above. Because most people are sick because the vitamin D level is too low. It's going to set off a lot of sicknesses and blood pressure problems in your body if that vitamin D level is off. The immune system is going to pull that down too. All right, let's see. When is the best time to take magnesium? And that is at night, as I told you, to help you sleep because that relaxes the muscles of your heart. Okay, it helps the metabolism in your body, the food breakdown in your body, the nourishment breaking down in your body. Remember, your healing process is going on while you are asleep at night. Your body is being healed in. All that medicine you're taking through the day and all, it really starts working at its greatest peak is at night when you're resting. So if you don't get much rest at night, that medication is not going to be able to do what it needs to do for your body. Too much fluoride is not good. And I will be doing the next teaching on the water and the different types of water and whether they should come in the plastic bottles or not. Yes, I will be doing the next teaching on water. So make sure that you are taking that magnesium if you got blood pressure problem. It's also a muscle relaxer, and it also will help your bowel move more regular, the magnesium. And some nutrients that have magnesium, the green leafy vegetables, the salads, the peas, the beans, the seeds, the pumpkin seeds, and the different types of seeds, flax seeds, they got magnesium in it. You got the magnesium citrate that a lot of people drink to move their have bowel movements. So magnesium is very, very important. Let's see, what herbs can you take? As we said, hawthorn is one herb that you can take for blood pressure. If you want to go the natural way, you can use aloe vera. Aloe vera is excellent for your blood pressure. And just like it is for cancer, it's suicide for cancer. It'll help lower your blood pressure. It'll help wash the sugar out your blood. You're diabetic. Aloe vera, the pure aloe vera. Now, I'm not talking about that old drinking stuff that you can buy in the store. I'm talking about the pure aloe vera. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Please subscribe and like this video. Please like your videos and subscribe with us and encourage others to subscribe. Okay, what more herbs is basil, B-A-S-I-A, B-A-S-I-L, I'm sorry. Basil is an antioxidant. Antioxidant, you know, will help heal those damaged cells, that the free radicals, the toxins, the bad bacteria have damaged your cells. Basil is one of the things of the antioxidant. It relaxes your blood vessels. It acts like what we call a calcium channel blocker. It takes the action of some of your blood pressure pills. Basil, hawthorn, garlic. Garlic is a natural of antibodies. It's good for kidneys. It's good for sugar. It's good for high blood pressure. Garlic is awesome. Green tea and any antioxidant herb will help your blood pressure. Okay, bad for what? Oh, bottled water. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll be discussing that bottled water when we get there. And the filtering of it. Coconut water is good for blood pressure also, and it's good to drink. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. Celery is another thing that's good for your blood pressure. It is said a stalk of celery a day will keep your blood pressure where it need to be at. There's many ways to control your blood pressure besides pharmaceutical medications. Okay. All right. Cat claw, Chinese cat claw is another calcium channel uh, blocker that relaxes your blood vessels and will dilate your blood vessels for the blood to go through like it need to lower your blood pressure. Bacopa, Bacopa is another herb that's perfect for your blood pressure. It has to relax your blood vessels and dilate your blood vessels so the blood can flow normally through your blood vessels and regulate your blood pressure. It releases that nitric oxide, which builds up sometimes in your blood vessels and cause problems. Um, and sometimes that nitric oxide can be helpful for you. So you got a lot of herbs that you can use for your blood pressure. My last question here, someone wrote that they have a lot of dreams at night, and they wake up at night and they feel the blood pressure that went up from the dream that they had during the nighttime. And what can they do for that? Uh, I will advise you get up, walk around, and move your arms some, try to exercise some, relax your body, take some slow deep breath in and out, help relax yourself. There's a melatonin that you can take to help you relax yourself because melatonin is normally in your brain already, and you take a little bit more melatonin, it aids the melatonin that's naturally in your brain to help you relax and get back to sleep. Either you can drink some apple cider vinegar and water to help get that blood pressure back down, to help you relax and get back to sleep. Because when you restless and your blood pressure up, normally you're going to be restless and your legs going to be restless, and that's how you're going to know that maybe your blood pressure is up. Go take your blood pressure and you see it up, so then you can go take something for your blood pressure to help you relax some and exercise some. I either think about something that's real funny and you laugh a lot. It's medicine all together when you laugh a lot. Okay, 3 times a week you drink alkaline water. Okay, alkaline water is good for you. Yeah, very, very good for you. 3 times a week is excellent for it. One more thing is cinnamon is good for you. Ginseng is good for you. Ginger is good for your blood pressure. 4,000 people. They done a experiment on ginger, and it brought their blood pressure down. So, and ginger also is a calcium channel blocker. What we say relax your blood pressure and dilate your blood pressure, the blood vessels, to get the blood through your blood vessels. That's needed to keep your blood pressure regulated where it need to be at. Anybody have any more questions? You can email me at nursecarlotta@gmail.com. Any other questions that you have. And don't forget to like and to share your video. I enjoyed it. I thank God and thank you for the questions tonight. And may you all have a good night rest tonight. Take a slow, deep breath, 4 in and 6 out, and relax. So you have a good night rest tonight and put your mind at ease. Today is gone. Stay tuned for tomorrow. All right. We love you all. And y'all keep looking. We're going to have some videos coming on what water that you need to be drinking. We love you all. Sleep good tonight. Any other problems at all, just email me and I will answer your questions. You need me to say anything over again, tell you what you need to do for anything, just email me. We love you and thank you very much. We want you to have a long, healthy, overall life. Good night.